All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Today I got my friend, my brother Alejandro on the show, and we're here to talk about the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater remake demo. Alex, what did you think?
Well, personally speaking, we've been playing Tony Hawk recently, and I was, when I first got the announcement for this game, I was a little skeptical. Didn't know if it was going to be good or not. When they announced the demo, I didn't like the fact that I had to pre-order to get a chance to play it. But, looking at the video game footage, I thought it was a little promising.
That was whack, man. I just want to say, Activision, that was whack. You know, the whole point of a demo is to entice us to buy the game. What is the point of a demo where you already have to buy the game? It seems like kind of like it's not really a demo, it's more of like a preview for people who already paid for the game. What happened to back in the day when they gave out free demos? You go to Pizza Hut, you get a free demo, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. What happened to that? Why don't they do that anymore? Also, they really screwed over the people who pre-ordered physical versions of the game, because people who order physical versions of the game don't get to play the demo, and that's freaking whack, man. I ain't down with that. I'd say down. That's already leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
That's just modern games in general. The closest they got to the Pizza Hut thing was what's the name of that?
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
But it was only the first 2,000 people.
It was the first 2,000 people, and it's like, well, this is the closest they got to doing the Pizza Hut thing, and they already fucked it up.
Why not just give it to everybody who pays, $12 for the Tony Hawk burrito? The first 2,000 people, that's going to go like that. There's Chipotles everywhere in America. So I feel like within the first 30 minutes, 2,000 people already did it.
They should have just been like, come to Chipotle, get a download code for the new Tony Hawk. They should have just done that.
And it's a download. They don't even have to print out discs. It's a download code. It's easy to give it to everybody. Don't you want to sell games? Let people play the first level, and you will sell more copies of the games. Who's in charge over there?
Needless to say, that left a little sour taste in my mouth. But looking at the gameplay footage, I know Tony Hawk on his channel. No, Jack Black. Jack Black on his channel. He was playing the game with Tony Hawk. And I was like, this is looking pretty promising. It looks pretty comparable to, like, the older games. Looking back at that old footage, I thought it had, like, a little floaty feel to it. Like, the first Tony Hawk. Not that floaty, but, like, kind of close to that, if you get my drift. But it looks like they kind of sped it up in the new demo.
Well, you played it, didn't you?
I did play it.
You're playing it in the footage here.
No, but I would like to see what the difference was from, like, that early footage that was being played on the Jack Black YouTube channel. It looks slightly different.
And
Maybe
Jack
I'm
Black is going to be in the game.
Jack Black is going to be in the game. He's going to be Officer Dick.
Apparently. Is Spider-Man going to be in the game? Probably not, because they can't get the rights.
Sony exclusive. Play as Spider-Man. Play as Miles Morales.
It'll be in PlayStation, and Xbox will get cucked. Maybe they'll give us Master Chief and be nice.
If they did that, that would be that would be pretty cool. Or Arbiter. I would be okay with either of those.
If they only gave Spider-Man to Sony, then they would give us Master Chief. That actually might be cooler.
That would be cool.
Debatably.
Or one of the Battletoads.
Give us Doom. Yeah, that'd be sick. Or Doom Guy.
Or Doom Guy. Doom Guy feels kind of weird if that was a Microsoft exclusive. I would be okay if he was on both platforms, because he was in, I think,
that's
the
true.
Third version of the PC version for 3.
That's true.
But otherwise, I would be okay if it was, like, exclusive character for either version. Apparently, they also hacked into, like, the PC version. They noticed Nintendo Switch control options. So there may be a Switch version of this game. Imagine Mario.
I think it's coming, because, like, back in the day, Tony Hawk came out on PlayStation, and then it came out on N64, like, a few months later. I don't know exactly how long, but it was months, maybe, like, half a year later, so it's probably the same kind of situation. Switch is kind of different. It's on a cartridge, it's portable. They got to do different things to design it.
And then also keep in mind, this is Vicarious Visions who are developing this game, and they also did the Crash Bandicoot release on both Switch and PS4 and Xbox One, and that was a pretty good port too. So if this does come to Switch, which I can believe, like, within the next year or two, I can definitely see that being a really good port of this game. But needless to say, we've just kind of gone over, like, a lot of the surrounding issues with the game. The game are some things that we'd be interested in. What did you think of, like, the controls? What did you think about that?
I thought it controlled fine. I like that they added in things like reverts and wall plants, but you can, like, turn that stuff off and have it play like Tony Hawk 1 or Tony Hawk 2. if you like. The only complaint I have is in the first level when you go down the roll-in in the warehouse level and there's the half pipe. When you try to gap over the half pipe, your guy doesn't make it. He doesn't have enough stats to make it over the half pipe. And in the old game, you would go right over the half pipe, so already it like kind of feels a little bit different. But it, it plays like Tony Hawk. It feels like a Tony Hawk game. I can't really complain. It's a lot better than Tony Hawk 5. That's not really a high bar.
No, yeah.
It feels like Tony Hawk, and I think the game is going to be good despite my issues with the demo and how they released it.
No, yeah. Aside from that note, I think gameplay-wise, it feels very comparable to a lot of like the games that we saw in the late PS2, Xbox era. It's getting for like a really arcadey feel, but like adding a lot of the nice, like little positive benefits that the later entries would get. Like the revert.
Yeah, it feels like Tony Hawk Underground 2, but without the getting off your board.
Did you like the fact that they kept it out of this remake?
I don't care.
You're
I
like,
could go either way.
That's fair. I just like the fact that it's just like focusing on like the skateboarding aspect, just like primarily just board arcadey gameplay, not really going for like the realistic sort of gameplay design philosophy. One big change that they did that I like a lot in the older games, even up until like I want to say even up till 5. Like when you bail, it was like the most uproarious tediousness just to like get back on your board. You have to like mash the button to get on your board faster. But in this one, you just kind of like glitch.
I don't like the glitch graphics. That's a minor complaint.
I'm indifferent to it, but I do like that the change from like your bails just being kind of like instantaneous to like going back on your board is kind of nice. Instead of waiting for like a long animation of them trying to get
You
back
still
on
gotta wait for him to get up. It's just like glitching a little bit, and I think it looks ugly. It's better than in Tony Hawk 5, how like, I shouldn't compare it to Tony Hawk 5 because that game was booty cheeks.
Yeah, have you played the old HD port on 360 and PS3?
I've only played the demo and I never bought the game.
Me too. But that was like significantly worse. Well, that and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 are like essentially the same game, but that's like where a lot of its basis is set in, is that HD port from all those years ago.
It was trash. Hopefully the series redeems itself and we get Tony Hawk Underground 3.
Oh, that'll be a dream.
In the future. Yeah, dude. How long have we been talking, Alex?
It's 7 minutes and 55 seconds.
Well, let's wrap up the show then. Thanks for tuning in to our thoughts on the Tony Hawk demo. I want to wish you guys a beautiful day, and God bless you.
Peace.
Bye-bye.